I have never thought of a blowjob that's going to happen in 8 years from now.
Yeah. But I think the idea
We
is...
just talked about how I can't worry about spending time on things.
That's true.
I can't worry about a blowjob down the line.
Yeah, but you want to be that...
I should worry about blowjobs right now.
Yeah, welcome to the brand new Good News Studio. Shout out to Nick and Corey for making it so fucking awesome in here. It looks great. I'm thrilled at how much work and they put into it. Good News is going to be a Chicago-based company. They're going to do charitable things in the community, talk about positivity, all that good shit. And now show dates. I will be at the Capitol Hill Comedy Bar in Seattle, October 24th. Don't Tell Comedy Seattle, October 25th. Laugh Factory the 29th and the November 5th. Don't Tell Chicago November 9th. I'll be in New York November 14th through the 17th. November 22nd, Don't Tell Chicago. And November 24th, Laugh Factory. December 5th through December 7th, I'll be doing the La Jolla Comedy Store. Tickets on my website, www.bradkofman.com, Kofman. And our guest today, he is a man of many talents. He is a comedian, an adventurer, an all-around nice guy. He is Josh Ocean Thomas.
Hey!
Is Ocean a real middle name, or is that just for
It
fun?
is. That's the name, Josh Ocean Thomas.
Like your government name on your passport?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Josh Ocean Thomas. And then I have an Arabic name as well. I have Hossein is like an Arabic name, like all my Arabic side will give me.
Hossein?
Hossein.
I'm assuming that's Arabic Josh.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's not Arabic Josh, but it's like Arabic Josh. Like
Yeah.
As in, hey, he's in Tunisia now, so he's Arabic Josh.
So he's Hossein.
Hossein.
Okay.
It was my grandfather's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah,
What's your dad's name?
Danny.
Danny. What's your mom's name?
Jalila.
Jalila?
She's African.
She's African?
Yeah, she's Tunisian.
Tunisian.
Yeah, I got.
That's where the name comes from.
Yeah, the Africa stuff all comes from my mom. It'd be weird if it came from my dad.
So you're African.
Yeah, 50%.
You're African American.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's separately. I am those two things.
Yeah. Great people.
I am those
Americans.
You know what? I wouldn't.
We don't have to talk bad about them, Josh. Relax.
No, I have nothing bad to say. I am African, but I am also a white American.
Yeah, you fit a confusing mold. Then,
it's a confusing mold because I can't some people say like, oh, I'm Irish American.
Yeah,
I'm North African American.
I know it's good. People don't know how to categorize you or fit you into a box.
Yeah, it does fit me in a box because I'm not a black guy.
No, you're not. You're definitely.
I
not.
tried.
Yeah, I could tell, but you put up a little maybe half.
I'm half a North African.
North African. Now we're getting more specifically.
Well, that's where Tunisia is. That's in the north.
When's the last time you went to Tunisia?
I'm going in 3 weeks.
Are you really?
Which wasn't the question you asked me, but
when's the last time before this?
Like years ago.
Years ago. So this is like a family reunion for the first time.
Seeing the family. I have my grandma, my mom, my cousins, my aunt, and my sister will be out there.
That's a regular African American party.
Yeah, you know what? Africans and Americans are gathering.
That's crazy. I'm excited for you. How long are you gonna go for?
Probably about 10 days.
Yeah, you got to go for a while when the flight's that long.
Yeah, it's because it's a different continent.
Yeah. It's Africa.
It's
As
true.
We discussed.
Yeah.
It's actually right on the Bering Strait, isn't it?
The who?
The Bering Strait.
Which is?
It's the area of water that they did use to cross from Africa, like originally, early humans.
Oh,
there was like an ice bridge that they walked from North Africa out of like Tunisia and shit.
Are you sure you're not talking about Narnia?
I might be. I sometimes confuse.
I don't know if there was ever an ice bridge in North Africa.
Yeah, pull up Bering Strait.
Well, don't just put an ice bridge on any. I could pull up an ice bridge.
Any fucking Inuit with their eyes closed could put up an ice bridge.
I don't have my glasses on.
Do you know that Eskimos are Inuits now? You know about this?
Or what?
Eskimos are Inuits, just if you didn't know what an Inuit is.
Oh.
You're not supposed to say Eskimo anymore.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah. Don't say it. I don't want to get you in trouble.
No, I won't. You said it enough for the both of us.
You know what I'm just saying?
That's Alaska. That
Eskimo.
is not Africa.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. That's the Bering Strait. It connects Russia
I would not be
to Alaska.
Is that where the Bering Strait is? So you just confused Africa and Alaska and Russia.
It's all kind of, you know what? We're all people before anything.
No. No, you're talking about Pangea. That is 7 different continents is what you just did is I said I'm from North Africa, Tunisia.
Yeah.
And then you said, the Bering Bridge.
Yeah.
In which then I look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what that is.
Guess what?
And
the X on my face.
And I thought I was a fool for not knowing where I'm from. And then they pulled up the Bering Bridge and it is connecting Russia and Alaska. Hey, the 2 coldest places in the world.
Yeah.
Not Africa, known for the heat.
Africa's not very cold, is it?
Not in most places. No.
In some places, is it cold?
It could get chilly.
It could snow, probably.
But not like Alaska.
Yeah. Alaska's pretty cold.
I can't think of a place in Africa where a ice bridge might form.
Well, no, this is Ice Age times. This is like pre-civilization.
Got it.
So, yeah, that's where Sarah Palin said she could see Russia from her house.
Oh, wow.
But she's full of shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know her.
Full of shit. That's what they say about her. She's full of shit. Look, I have a question.
I was still shocked that you confused Alaska with Africa.
Wait, hang on. I didn't confuse Alaska with Africa. I confused where the Bering Strait was.
Exactly. And totally you confused, different. And the locations you confused it with.
Yeah.
Alaska and Africa.
Yeah, in some sense, yes. That's like saying you are an African American.
I can't even believe that you think that that's in the same bridge as an ice bridge.
Yeah, okay, like from African American to Tunisia, to America, to Alaska, to Russia. And that is the full Bering Strait. You see what we did there?
You should write a book of facts.
Yeah.
And you should. And it'll be for sale in the fiction section. It'll be like, this is Brad's book of facts. Where do you keep the other fairy tales?
I do love the idea of writing a fake fact book because I do feel like that's how information spreads. We read something on Twitter or you tell me something, or better yet, I tell you something.
Yeah.
If they didn't fact check me, you'd be having drinks on next week and you'd be like, yeah, the Bering Strait from Tunisia to America.
Yeah. Also, Tunisia to America would be crazy. Because it's Africa.
Yeah. Would be. I don't think the Bering Strait, the one I was thinking of, went to U.S. I think that's how people got into Europe. There was a bridge. It was made out of ice.
Alaska wasn't always America.
There was a troll. Right, it was Canada. Was it or was it Russia?
I don't think you know anything when it comes to places.
Oh, hang on. I'm pretty good at geography. Pretty bad at knowing facts about things.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. We'll do a geography quiz later. But look, I got a question for you.
Yeah, I'm here.
What... in your life right now, what would you say are your goals? What is your biggest goal?
Oh, God. Probably I want to feel like I've got it together a little bit. But like, you're not supposed to feel like you have it together when you're 23, but not just like
You're 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should announce it. You're 23.
Yeah.
You're just getting started, dude.
I know, but I got to feel like, it's messy. It's messy. I'm trying to fix it all because, when I feel like when you're 23, you age, you're in a faster aging period. You're a lot more, oof.
It's hit me already.
You've been around.
Yeah, for sure. I've weathered.
1 year to you is a smaller fraction than it is to me. So for me,
you think time moves faster for me?
No, much slower.
Slower? Oh, I disagree. Why do you say that?
Time moves slower. Excuse me. Time moves faster as you get older.
Right, that I agree with.
We're on the same page.
Because 1 year becomes such a smaller fraction of your life.
I don't know. Like a lot is, a lot is changing. I'm growing up a little bit. And as I grow up, I go, oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
About
you?
Me.
Oh, okay.
And you go, I got to fix that.
Oh.
I need to be more organized.
Is that one of the things you want to fix? Organization?
Like organization and yeah. I also I feel like I worry too much about things that aren't important. Which
Anxiety.
is such a waste of time.
Yeah, it's a huge waste of time to worry. It's
I just worry about I'm worrying about something that doesn't actually matter at all. So that's a bummer. And so I'm trying to avoid that and kind of like, I don't know, focus on, what I love. I love being funny. So I want to maybe like focus on, getting better at doing comedy. So, down the line, years from now, when I've built an act, I can, show it to people.
So,
but I want to like, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think you want to take all the energy you're focusing on things you don't give a fuck about.
And just like put it all into stuff that's important.
Yeah. And you like you mentioned comedy was one.
Working on channeling.
And
plugging into what's important.
Wow. What a metaphor.
A lot of clutter in my brain.
Too much clutter.
Too much.
Declutter.
Gotta declutter it.
That's deep, dude.
I mean, yeah.
You also said
as deep as you can get.
You said time moves faster when you get older.
Yeah.
I agree with that because I feel like the years are getting quicker and quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
Where I remember like from 18 to like 25, it was like...
Yeah, seriously.
It was time took a long time.
College took a long time. And then I got out of college and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. So we have your goal. What would you say is like your long-term goal now? Like what's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan?
5-year plan, bro.
Like, where do you want to be? You don't have to give us the plan, but like,
I understand.
Where do you see yourself?
In 5 years?
Yeah. So you're 28. Fast forward. Where do you see yourself?
Oh my God. 28 years old. Yeah, Jesus. When I turn 28 years old, I feel like the ideal situation will be I'm taking care of myself well, in the world of finances, hopefully I'm taking care of myself.
Sure.
I'm eating right.
Yeah.
I'm living okay.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Maybe is a big one. Who knows? Maybe love might be important when I'm 28. I doubt it.
So your goal is more. You're more concerned with your goals around like who you want to be.
Yeah.
Tangible things you want to achieve.
No, because I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I can't put a time on that. Like this is like my dream. It's always been my dream, and it might take 15 years, or it could take 10 years, or it could take 5 years. I don't know. All I know is that it can't. It's not now.
Yeah. Well, I like about.
So I wouldn't even know what to do with it now.
Sure.
I don't have anything to show anybody.
Right. You want to be in a position of like abundance where you have like all this material, all this shit, all this experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to be like a person. I got to become a person.
Yeah. And I like what you said about that thing you just said, which was, what'd you say? Oh, that becoming you want to be, your goals are to like fix yourself and not have a thing you want. Because I feel the same way. Because I feel like when you get there with your goals, everything the way you want it or visioned, the thing you wanted to achieve will come along with that. Like that kind of person is the person who gets those things almost,
Yeah, true. It's right. But yeah, I don't know. I want to be in a place that I want to be in, doing what I want to do, healthy, and taken care of via myself.
Healthy, eating well, exercising. You mentioned love. Regular blowjobs would be sick, right?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, you should always envision that in your future.
I'm not trying to stretch it here.
Yeah. No, but if it's your future, dude. Like no one's in your head going, "That's crazy."
Yeah.
Have fun with it, man.
Yeah, that'd be a shame. I mean, we definitely are thinking different because.
Well, no, I'm just thinking of we are thinking very different.
I have never thought of a blowjob that's going to happen in 8 years from now.
But I think the idea is...
We just talked about how I can't worry about spending time on things.
That's true.
I can't worry about a blowjob down the line.
Yeah, but you want to be that...
I should worry about blowjobs right now.
Yeah, you should. Okay, so now we're taking it back to present. All right, so we've made a distinction. Who you want to be, where you want to be at. That's things you want to focus on.
And it seems that all you got out of that was more blowjobs.
Well, and that's on me, bro. That's on me.
That's okay. That's all right. We're from different places. I understand.
Yeah. That's what I got out of it.
That is funny. I'm like, I want to be more emotionally mature. You're like, and then you just want to get fucking sucked off every every day.
You want to be emotionally mature while you're getting a blowjob.
Exactly.
Because you want to. A
blowjob has never made me better.
No, it doesn't make you better. It's just a fun way to pass the time.
Yeah, I mean that's something. The blowjob is overrated.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not overrated. It's just like when I was a kid, they're like, "It's gonna fucking change your life,
Yeah.
dude. You're gonna
Oh,
be a
yeah.
new guy."
Remember how sick sex seemed when you were a kid? Like as a kid, you're like, all I need to do is just have sex.
Yeah.
And then like you've been having sex for a while, and you're like, it's
Yeah. Hold on.
yeah.
No.
What?
No, we have different perspectives. You're like, have you been having sex for a while?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
What do you mean no?
Well, I feel like I feel like you've been having sex more than I have.
Oh,
Just
I
in the
don't
grand
know.
scheme of life. Like,
Yeah, well,
longer.
that's what I was saying. I was like, after you do it for a while, you're like, it's not like what you thought it was.
Got it.
Because it's that thing that you don't like have and you can't touch, but like you're 20 and you're 13, you want it, you know?
Got it.
And then it becomes
I think
like, big idea.
I didn't get horny until I was like 17.
For real?
Yeah, I know I lied to you just now.
I know you did. It's crazy. When'd you go through puberty?
4.
You look like you went through puberty. You look like you were like in middle school with a full mustache.
The puberty hit me in weird phases.
Yeah.
First came, I got a little taller, and then the facial hair came much later in life. First it looked like leg hair,
Yeah.
and then it slowly grew into face hair. Only in the last couple of years. But I think when you're Arabic, you just kind of hit puberty forever. I feel like you hit puberty every few years.
That's it. You just get hairier throughout
We
life.
just get hairier and hairier and scarier as we get older.
Hairier and scarier. That could be
Like
that could be a biography.
You look at go look at an old Arab guy.
Yeah.
They have hair on their back, on their chest.
Oh, dude, I go to the sweat lodge. I see them all
They
the
have
time.
it here. This is an
Yeah.
interesting one.
Yeah.
They have it
The
here.
shoulder hair too.
Yeah, the shoulder here. Sometimes they get it, here. It's a
Yeah.
lot. It's scary. That didn't happen at 17 years old.
No, yeah, it's a progression, I guess.
That either happens when you turn that's like you get a divorce or something.
You have to go through some life. You have to be hardened by life.
Something has to happen.
Yeah.
And with everything that happens, it's like our badge.
Yeah.
Like every angel gets its wings, we just get another
Hairier.
layer.
Damn. Is that why people are hairier in the Middle East? More trauma.
Wow. Yeah.
You ever think about that? You ever go over there like everybody's so hairy? It's the trauma.
Yeah. That I haven't thought about that too much in recent times, but you know what? It's a fair point you just
It
made.
is a fair point. What? So you have all these things you want to do. You're a great comic. You work all the time.
Wow, that's really nice.
What motivates you?
Yeah, you know what? I really like to do it.
You just love.
I like to do it. It's kind of like the simple answer.
Yeah.
I genuinely just enjoy it.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to be motivated to do something you like doing.
What motivates you though? Like, I mean, I'm sure there's days you don't want to go.
Yeah.
What motivates you to just get up and go on those? Because that's like what's going to carry you. Like you said, you want to do this for 15, 20 years, right? If not longer, your whole life.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there'll be long periods of time you don't want to do it. What do you think keeps you motivated?
To go out of the house. A lot of the time, it's because I've done nothing else
Yeah,
that day.
it's the need to do
And I'm
something.
like, that is the thing. If that's the only thing I had to do that day, I gotta or I'm not even a person.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, not too much motivation to actually do stand up. The more you need motivation to write,
Yeah.
or motivation to go back and watch your clips and be like, you gotta listen to your set, and that takes the motivation.
That's where you feel like the work
Actually
part of it is.
doing the stand up is whatever. So
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I show up, it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes,
Yeah.
bounce.
My favorite thing about it is, especially when nights you don't want to go, after your set, you just get so much energy. Like before you could be falling asleep, and then after it's like you just drank 6 espressos.
Yeah, right.
And you just
Or it
ran.
goes bad and you're like, wow,
Yeah, you just want to go home and kill
glad I
yourself.
did that.
Yeah.
That was good. That's what I needed.
What do you think inspires you every day? Like what makes you
Recently, not
inspired?
much. I've been very uninspired recently, but that's just,
Fair.
it's been, a sad time
Yeah.
friend passed away.
I do know. I'm sorry about that, man.
Hey, you didn't do it. But, it's not lack of inspiration, but just I think I'm in a new period where I'm looking for what really inspires me right now.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of on the hunt for an inspiration.
So you are inspired by finding something that inspires you.
I'm right now, the drive is let's find a zone.
Okay.
I feel zoneless right now.
Oh, you want a lane? You want a zone?
I want a lane where it's like, okay, this works. I haven't found anything that's really progressive that works.
Interesting. Do you have hobbies you like to do?
Oh, yeah. I'm a man of hobbies.
What are your favorite hobbies, man?
That's an unfortunate part of Chicago. Chicago kind of takes me away from my hobbies a little bit. Because
you're from San Diego.
I'm from San Diego, so a lot of my hobbies are kind of,
the city of
that
the sun,
environment. That environment, that ecosystem is where most of my hobbies live. Like I like to surf, kayak. I'm not great at surfing, but I enjoy it. But I like kayaking. I like spearfishing. I like fishing with my dad. I like going camping.
Yeah.
I enjoy skydiving.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a certified skydiver. I like scuba diving. I like scuba diving at night. I like, swimming in the ocean.
Scuba diving at night?
Yes.
What's that? What, can you see anything?
Well, it's night, so it's much darker.
I know, but do you have a light that makes it visible?
Yes, you have a flashlight.
You think I don't know what night is?
No, but
you think I don't know about night?
Well, I don't know. You thought there was an ice bridge in Africa, so you have a big spotlight flashlight.
Okay.
And that makes you see the things around you.
But I know, but I've never been down there. Is it still super blurry and you see a fish that just come across?
The light beam you have normally gives you a good radius of vision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Could you pull up night scuba diving?
Yeah.
Corey?
Night scuba diving.
Night scuba
You'll
diving.
see people got handheld lights and they're scuba diving. The ocean's very dark at night.
What's cool about it at night? It's not in the day.
You see the nocturnal animals swimming around.
Ooh.
A lot more sharks and octopus and squid. And
You're not scared of the sharks?
I mean, what am I going to do?
Not go in the water?
Yeah. Once you're down there, you kind of just...
Oh, I kind of get the idea.
You see, it's like that.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. It's
That's
very
fun.
pretty.
I've done that. That's cool.
I dig that, too. Okay. I don't know if I would do that, but how deep do you go?
I think on the night dive, it was 85, 90 feet.
Really?
Something like that.
Do you have to wait a while to come up because you don't want
It
to
takes a few minutes to come up. I lost my flashlight on the way down.
Oh, shit. So you were going...
So I was flashlightless. And then I had a buddy, thank God. And so me and my buddy linked arms and we came back up. And the thing is, if you lose anybody in your group when you night dive, you wait 2 minutes and then everyone meets back up on the surface. So we had to regroup because I lost my flashlight.
You've never done shit in caves, have you? You're not one of
No,
those.
yeah, I've dove in caves.
Wow.
Dove.
Did you go through the hard to reach areas? You
Yeah, kind of it's a little
Whoa.
tight.
That scares the shit out of me, man.
Yeah, thinking about it scares me too. But when I'm doing it, it's kind of it's like skydiving. It's if I'm gonna die, what am I gonna? I'm here.
I guess, but aren't you increasing your odds, the probability?
Yeah. But you gotta, what are you gonna not do something?
For sure. Okay, so you mentioned you're scared of it. A lot of these things.
I'm scared of everything I do.
Scare you.
This scares me.
What do you, don't be scared, man. It's okay. What do you do to get over that fear every time?
Well, my dad's a really brave person and he was very encouraging when I was growing up.
So you grew up watching somebody conquer their fears
crazy shit. And I just kind of hear my dad's comforting voice being like, "Hey, you got this. Don't worry. Do it.
Really?
You good. And my mom's like, "Don't do it."
Okay, so you got the two sides. I'm sure your mom
Yeah.
doesn't come with you when you do some of this.
No,
shit.
my mom, no.
Probably don't even tell her half the time.
Half the time she doesn't know.
Yeah, that's probably best that way.
I tell her afterwards and she goes, "But you could have died." I'm like, "But I'm here."
You don't want to scare moms.
No.
Moms aren't supposed to be scared.
No.
So every time you just kind of look to you remember your dad being like that.
Yeah, but also just I try to not let fear hold me back from something that I kind of want to do. If being scared is the only reason why I'm not doing it, then we can get through it.
Do you have a limit though, where that fear meter is high and you go, "This is probably a bad idea"?
I think I'm trying to think of times where I've done something and been like, I'm done.
Yeah.
There was a hike I did once.
A hike?
I did a hike once. And I remember the ledge got really narrow and you had to hold onto a chain to stay on the trail. And I found this nice flat rock. And I think I remember just being like, I'm going to just sit here and enjoy the view. We were already so high up.
Yeah.
And then my friend's like, we're going to go a little farther. And I was like, God.
Yeah, I don't want
I just hung out right there. But I was happy. I didn't have the want to keep going.
So there was no want there.
But if I was I really want to keep seeing more, I'd be like, let's get through it. But I didn't want to, so the fear wasn't worth it.
Is there a time though where you had the fear and you went, or you did it and you were like, "This is a bad idea," or was a bad idea?
Yeah, probably when I went Cave diving.
Cave diving.
or like anything where I'm like, this is like a dangerous. Not it wasn't even cave diving. It was diving, and there was caves we had to go through. That we went through.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was times you're like, oh.
Now, after you did it, would you do it again, or are you mentally like, I've done it, I don't need to do it again?
Depends on the thing.
So there's still a potentiality you might do it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Oh yeah. It depends on the thing. Like every time I do skydiving, I'm freaking out in the airplane, and then I jump out, and I'm like, fucking, what are you? Because once you jump out, you're completely out of control of your life.
Totally. I mean, at that point, you just pull the chute, right?
Yeah. So it's like that's all you got.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, you know.
Do you find that lack of control or that lack of like now decision making freeing?
Very freeing.
So you like that space?
That space. That is the quietest my head ever is. The only thing you're thinking about is falling out of the sky.
So is that like a main motivation for you and why you like?
It's very peaceful, and then you land, and it's like you feel very like powerful. You're like, okay, I can do that.
So for you, is it like? Do you think part of the reason you're attracted to these sorts of hobbies is because you want to quiet your brain?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I like this kind of thing. It's just calming. I got to figure out things to do to, bring me down a little bit.
So when you talk about like your goals being like, I want to be like more emotionally mature, I want to do all this, is that all related back to like quieting your brain in some respect?
I guess so, yeah. Just be at peace with my brain.
Yeah, right? Like just live every
let's have a truce.
Yeah, okay.
I'm ready for a truce.
Damn, you feel like there's an internal conflict between your brain and like the rest.
I just got ADHD, so I have bad ADHD. My doctor didn't even tell me that it was the biggest, he told me it was the worst case. He didn't even say it was like the biggest case. He was like, this is like some of the worst ADHD.
So he said that about your ADHD?
Yeah, he
said you're fully, just all the way on the
totally
spectrum.
Fucked.
Wow, fully talked. That's crazy.
So yeah, my brain's like, it moves so fast. I can't keep up with it sometimes. So sometimes I'm doing stuff, and then I'm done doing stuff. And then I just can't keep up with it.
Wow.
And then I kind of bury my own self. With all these tasks and plans and things I did. And I was like, I can't actually keep up with that. Well, my brain can, but I can't.
Are you the kind of person that instead of completing one task, will be able to start 42, but then they just don't finish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you feel like you have... do you get really into certain hobbies and stuff, like micro wants and things, like you really into tea for a little while, or you're really into
oh totally
skateboarding?
I mean skydiving. When I first got into it, it was that was everything, and then now it's just it goes into the repertoire of hobbies.
That's crazy. Sorry, go on.
When I started kayaking and kayak surf, that was everything, and now it's just in the rep, and now I go back to it. But once I find a new thing that I like, bam, lock it.
Laser in on it.
Laser in, and then I zoom out a little bit and put it with the rest of the things, find a new thing, and then I always go back and go, what do we have here?
Oh, so you have a Rolodex of things you've gotten into and understand and know.
Oh yeah, I can do random things. I can do sleight of hand magic.
I love that you were looking around for something that you could do.
Like a quarter.
Yeah, I got a quarter.
I can do a sleight of hand magic trick, which is a crazy thing. Not a crazy thing, but it's just a random thing. I just was I need to learn that.
That's crazy. Does any of you have a quarter?
I can do cool card tricks.
Or a card?
I have weird, useless hobbies.
That's pretty sick. I mean, skydiving doesn't seem useless.
For sure it is.
Sure.
Yeah, penny works. Yeah, penny works. I don't have my glasses, so I got it. Look, see? I don't know if the camera will be able to see it, but I'm kind of show you. This is something I learned when I was a little kid. I got so obsessed with just wanting to learn how to do something.
Damn, do it again.
I just learned how to do cool things. You know what I mean? It's a quick thing. What?
That's cool.
See, that's why do I know how to do that though?
You know what I feel like you're
unnecessary.
Built for? I know why. You could be the world's greatest con man.
Yeah.
Skydiving. You could be a secret agent. Skydiving, kayaking, extreme fishing, spear fishing, sleight of hand. Yeah. You could do that shit.
It does sound it's that kid got bullied.
Yeah. Say what?
I said that kid got bullied.
Yeah.
When you describe who I am to me, I hate.
You hate it?
I don't hate it. I'm oh God.
Why? I think you do some cool things.
It's cool.
Things. Yeah.
But so, what am I going to do with all of them? Well, so if someone was
who cares?
A lot of people's tasks and skills go hand in hand.
Yeah, but they suck. Forget them.
Yeah.
People who have it all figured out suck.
Yeah, I got my skills are very spread out.
Yeah.
I could start a fire for you, or I could show you a card trick.
You have survival skills?
I know how to camp.
Yeah.
I'm not like the best, but like I got like tools and I got a kit.
Damn. Hang on. Back to your ADHD stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Okay. Are you doing like one of those online things?
You'll see. We'll talk about it after. So you're going to answer a couple questions. You're going to answer them definitely agree, slightly agree, slightly disagree, and definitely disagree.
Okay.
Got it?
Agree.
Okay. I often notice small sounds when others do not.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, you hear that?
Slightly or definitely agree?
I just like slightly agree.
I usually concentrate more on the whole picture rather than the small details.
Oh my God. Maybe agree. Just like a slight agree.
Okay. I find it easy to do more than one thing at once.
Easy. Strongly agree.
If there's an interruption, I could switch back to what I was doing very quickly.
Disagree.
Okay.
That has become my day.
Really?
Whatever interrupted me has become my new life.
Wow.
It's a disease.
That's crazy. You like live in Seinfeld. Like something happens and then the rest of your day is finding this thing.
Yes. It leads to a messy room.
It leads to a sitcom.
Yeah, maybe.
I find it easy to read between the lines when someone is talking to me.
What does that mean?
Like if I'm talking to you and I'm like trying to say something but I'm not really saying it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, sure, agree. I feel like that's a people skill.
Yeah. I know how to tell if someone listening to me is getting bored.
Oh, agree.
Okay. When I'm reading a story, I find
You get used to that after a while.
You just power through now.
Mm.
When I'm reading a story, I find it difficult to work out the character's intentions.
When I'm working out a story,
When you're reading a story,
I don't do a lot of reading.
Okay.
TBH,
We're just
I gotta.
keep it
That's one of my new goals.
I don't like to read either. I want to be a guy who likes to read, but I
should be
don't
reading.
love to read.
Oh.
I like to collect information about categories of things.
Yeah, I like categories.
Fuck yeah. Okay, one more. I find it easy to work out what someone is thinking or feeling just by looking at their face.
Agreed. Depends
All right.
on the person.
Oh wait, there's 10. I find it difficult to work out people's intentions.
Yeah, sometimes.
All right. You, my friend, just took an autism quiz.
You bastard. That was an autism quiz?
It was.
Don't tell me.
And we are going to see your results.
Am I sober or not? Tell me.
Wow. You got a 6.
Out of what?
10.
That's a D.
I don't think you could look at it like that. I think 10 is just like tism to the max.
Wow.
And 0 is totally not. I think 1 probably. I don't think there's a 0.
Oh my God.
So you're fairly high. I think that goes hand in hand with ADHD though.
What you did should be illegal.
Huh?
What you just did should be
Hey,
illegal.
shit! Don't tell your doctor.
I thought I thought this was like a personality type quiz, and you were like, "Hey, you're autistic."
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who's the most autistic guest I've ever had?
I don't want to start guessing, but you can.
No, I would like you to guess.
I will not. You just tell me.
It's so Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He's great. He's got a lot of micro hobbies, you know?
Yeah. He's like a big ball of just life.
I'll let him know you described him as a big ball.
Everyone
In life.
big ball.
Everybody calls him a big ball of life.
Big ball. He's just like a fucking powerhouse.
He's a powerhouse, dude. All right, I got a question for you. San Diego and Chicago.
Yeah.
You probably know more San Diego, but
Yeah.
let's start there.
Okay.
San Diego, first let me start here. Did you guys go out to eat a lot when you were a kid?
No, I mean depends. When I was with my dad, no. When I was with my mom, yes.
Okay, so with your mom, right?
Yeah.
What was your regular spot where she's like, "Hey, we're not cooking tonight. We're going out."
Like
Did you have, a spot?
yeah, there was like a few. I lived in like a smaller area, so there was like a few like local restaurants we'd always go to.
Okay. When it was like a good day, where did you end? Like I remember, so I grew up on Lake Street.
Okay.
And like there would be like a day like when my parents didn't want to cook or something,
Yeah.
and we'd go to this place called Johnny's Kitchen and Tap.
Yeah.
Whenever we went to Johnny's Kitchen and Tap, I was like, "Oh, it's a good day."
This is gonna be good.
Yeah.
By the way, the only reason why I'm yawning is it's 8 o'clock.
Because I'm
at night.
boring.
No, it's 8 o'clock at night. When everyone should know what time of day it is. I'm just so tired.
It's
boy.
late. It's late for you.
It's like 8 early morning. I'm not. You're not boring me. I'm enjoying
It's
the
okay,
conversation
Josh.
with you. Like we had this Italian spot that was really good. Also, this place called Sushi on the Rock, which I ended up working at, was a favorite.
Okay. Do you have like memories of being at that restaurant? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. What would you get? What was your order?
Sushi on the Rock, I'd always get like a California roll, something basic with like spicy edamame, share it with my mom.
All right.
Love it. And then my dad, my dad didn't have a lot of money growing up, so he did a very good job at just like always cooking and catching food. Like,
so he'd like go fishing.
He'd go fishing, or he would do like a taco bar and he'd make it fun. We'd decorate our own tacos and grill in the backyard.
So he like really hid from you that like you never thought about money. You're like, no, this is fun. This is cool.
My dad, no, absolutely not. My dad just made sure that we were happy.
Hell yeah,
that was the number one priority.
That's sick. All right, now in Chicago, what do you like? What's your number one food spot right now?
Whoa.
Or you could give me like top 3. It doesn't have to be the number one, but like, what's your like?
I think the best wings are at Woody's Flat in Old Town.
In Old Town on Wall Street, I love Woody's wings. Yeah, they got good nachos.
I think those are the best wings in the city. Dude, I love Red Hot Ranch for like a greasy fucking $5 burger and fries.
Their burger is so underrated because
it's so cheap.
And it's so delicious.
Good. So damn good.
It's one of the best burgers I've ever had.
Yeah, it's just a burger.
Yeah, it blows out like In and Out and that shit.
There's just one. But I actually agree with you. But the Red Hot Ranch is just like, it's just a pressed burger.
It hits.
There's not anything fancy about it. They put that sauce on it, but whatever. You can leave it out, honestly, for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, love Red Hot Ranch. And then there's this place called the Chicken Shop.
Yeah, by DePaul, right?
Yeah.
It's by like
I think it's near a train.
It's on Halstead and Sheffield. No,
something.
It's over there. I know the chicken. I haven't been there. I've driven by it though.
I got a chicken sandwich from there the other day and it blew my mind.
Damn.
That's like Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with Chick-fil-A.
All right, well, that's all right.
Yeah, I just don't. I like if I'm gonna get a chicken sandwich, I'll go somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Or I was recently at Fry the Coop. Fry the Coop kind of blew my mind.
Okay, that's good.
Also,
I like these. You got to text me on these places. I like a new place.
I will. So my favorite wings actually are a place called Bird's Nest.
I really Bird's Nest. I disagree.
You disagree?
Oh yeah.
Why?
I love.
Are you not like a buffalo guy?
I don't know. The Woody's wings are just like thin. They're crunchy. They're crispy.
You like a thin wing.
A thin wing, and they're good. I feel like I'm eating one of those turkey legs. You see those.
It is a meaty wing.
Those divorced moms. It's 8 kids, and they're walking around. She's like, "Pass around the turkey leg."
You were describing a Ren fair with a divorced family.
Yeah, it's just
is that a memory you have?
I just like those. I don't like those big ones. It's like you could pass it around and feed plenty of people on one.
Yeah.
I just like my little like.
Yeah.
I also get them plain, no sauce.
Okay, so you eat wings a whole different way.
Hold on, and I get the sauce on the side, and I dunk.
When you say the sauce, are we talking the buffalo sauce?
I get buffalo, blue cheese, chimichurri, cheesy garlic, and sriracha choy.
I love that you fuck with
sriracha
blue
soy.
Cheese. Blue cheese is the way to go.
Blue cheese is better than ranch for wings.
Agreed.
For wings only.
Well, blue cheese is kind of a weird thing to put on other shit. I'm not using it as a dressing very often.
Yes, I know it's actually really good salad dressing.
I'm sure, but it's like also probably 10,000 calories. I like to dip my wings in a chunky blue cheese.
Yeah, I like a big chunky blue. Yeah, I like a vat of blue cheese.
All right, and now in San Diego, what was your top spot? Your top go-to?
Oh, there's the best burger in the United States of America is in San Diego, and it's called Rocky's Crown Pub.
Rocky's Crown Pub?
Yeah.
I'm going to be there in December.
It's the best burger in the world of burgers. It goes in and you immediately, if you're not 21, don't even look at it. Like
Why?
They don't even let you go in. They don't even let you look inside. It's a bar.
Shit.
And there's an outdoor patio. They're like, we don't even want you near us. So when I was a kid, my dad would like call it in and you'd go in and we'd take it to a park or something like that. And you're 21, it's cash only, which it's good.
I love the exclusivity.
That means there's probably a front.
Were you guys in yeah, of course. When you guys were in high school, were you like, oh, I can't wait till we can go there?
No one
knew.
No one did that. No, we knew about it, but no one cared that much about getting in there because we could still get the burger. But I remember like
you could.
Yeah, it was someone who was 21 had to get it. Though.
It's like beer.
Yeah, it was like a beer. It was like a burger, but you had to be an adult to have it. So we were like, what the fuck is in this burger?
Okay.
So delicious. Big fan of the Rocky's burger. Get it if you're watching this and you're anywhere near San Diego, you get yourself a Rocky's burger, okay? And don't tell them I sent you. But yeah, it's cash only.
Oh yeah.
Like they're not mean to you there, but they're not like nice.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's all like
It's like a wiener circle.
They
vibe?
all no, not like that. Like because they're nice to you because like that's their job, they're your customers.
Oh.
But it does feel like you're an uninvited guest. Like not like you're like oh I didn't know you were coming for dinner.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, get another place set. We didn't realize we had 8 instead of 7 tonight.
Is that part of their shtick, or is that just how they are?
That's just kind of how they are. It's just
Nice.
PB. It's Pacific Beach, or I think it's more Mission Beach, but it's just San Diego. They're just like chill. They don't really.
Is that like a San Diego?
But they don't make you feel unwelcome. But it does feel like they forgot you were coming.
It's described as being completely unwelcomed.
What?
But I kind of.
But it's like like when like you said, you cook for 6 people, and then someone at the end goes, "Can I bring a friend?"
Yeah, and you're always that.
Yes,
You're
I have the
friend,
food. We have the food. We have the space. Just oh yeah, sure. It's just another mouth to feed.
Yeah. All right, man. All right.
It's good. It's affordable.
Music.
Yeah,
Favorite thing to listen to right now?
I like a good long Grateful Dead jam.
Yours is the Dead?
I like it.
I never got into the Dead, but I respect them.
I'm not a Deadhead.
You're not? Have you ever been to a Grateful Dead concert?
No. But I like the Grateful Dead, but I'm not a Deadhead. Those are
Okay.
2 different people.
They really are. Deadheads get crazy.
Deadheads though, like I respect them. Like Deadheads, like they're committed. Like that's like a part of their life.
It is their life a lot of the time.
Yeah, sometimes it can be the whole life, but a lot of it just like it plays a part in who they are. And that's not necessarily me. It's just what I like to vibe to and smoke weed to, or just hang out to. It's good music that you can just kind of get hypnotized by, and it just kind of flows in the back of your mind.
That's sick. Okay, so like I get that. So you just are looking for you enjoy passive music. You're trying to you just
like
set
music.
the
It's just
vibe.
like it feels good. It's a good vibe. It's a great vibe setting. You're playing poker, throwing some dead.
Yeah.
Like, you're just hanging out, throwing some dead. You're just cooking, throwing some dead.
What do you say? Oh, throw on some Dead.
Throwing some dead.
Yeah, you say it with your San Diego accent. It sounded like Dad.
Throwing some
I thought
Dad.
because you said earlier, like I love my dad. You're like throwing some Dad.
I just realized this. I want you to know my hand just went deep into my crevice, and I want you to know that I was going for the penny that I made vanish earlier. It was going inside me slowly.
It was you vanished it into your asshole.
It slowly like started making its way comfortable in between me,
Oh, nice.
and I felt it getting there, so I had to remove it.
Good for you.
The bit is over.
Yeah, for sure. We can move on.
No, I mean the bit as in like I didn't need to hide the penny anymore.
Yeah.
You have moved on from the penny. I thought, okay, I can reveal the penny. I didn't actually make it vanish.
Oh, really?
Just
Do you ever steal money from people like this and walk away?
no.
That'd be ballsy. That's rough.
That's
like
ballsy.
I mean, like a quarter.
I like to play like 2-hand Monty at a bar.
That sounds like something I would have heard in like.
I call it 2-hand Monty. Like it's like I do what I just did with you.
Yeah.
But I do it a few times. Blah blah blah. Throw it back and forth, and I go, which hand? You get it
Yeah.
right. Drinks on me. You get it wrong. Drinks on you.
Oh, but you're cheating.
No, but I did it, and sometimes they can actually follow it.
Comment your favorite spot to eat in Chicago or Seattle or fucking anywhere.
And maybe next time I'll pull $50 out of my ass.
Ooh, that might hurt. All right, so you like to vibe to Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
What do you listen to when you want to like get work done? Like, hey, I gotta focus. I'm gonna put this on.
That's a good question. Sometimes no music. Works
No
better
music
for me.
is best.
Works better for me.
Okay. I have trouble with no music. I can't focus with music with words in it.
Yeah, it can't have words in it.
Yeah, it's gotta be instrumental.
Yeah, it gotta be something instrumental.
What about like if you're sad? What do you listen to?
Oh my god. I wish I had my phone on me. My phone's over there now.
Well, do you try and wallow in the sad, or you try and change your mood with the music?
No, I'll wallow.
You want to wallow. You want to feel it.
I'll wallow a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Or I like songs that have like maybe sometimes I'll try to get out. Like sometimes I like songs that are like sad, but they're like beat, but they're like a sad
Yeah.
thing. Or sometimes when I'm really sad, I just want to like,
Yeah.
you know,
You put something on really sad.
sometimes.
What makes you happy?
Whoa, Brad. What makes me happy? Genuinely, I'm the happiest when I'm with like just good friends and I'm just laughing.
So you like to socialize, be with people.
I like to socialize, but also like when everything is done, which this is a rare thing, but when I have everything is just done and you have that moment for a second where you're like, I'm caught up, everything is clean and it's done and there's no dread.
Yeah.
When you can catch those few pockets, those are nice.
And you do that with people. You don't care where you are. You just want to feel that.
Well, that's just like in life. Like if I get my house done, and bills are caught up. Like when you just have like, it's very rare to have everything kind of like good for it. But once everything's like, when you do get everything in line, even if it's just for a day before something crumbles, it's just nice to be like, okay, it's possible.
Interesting.
So I like that kind of feeling of like, okay, I did it for myself. I got myself to a place of peace. But I like being around people. I like doing comedy. I love talking to people that were at comedy shows that I was performing at.
Of course, you love when people come and you go, "That was great."
No. Like I like. I mean, who doesn't? We're comedians, of course. You want to have good feedback, but I really love like talking to someone and like hearing like where they can't. Like I really like to get to know like the once random just bodies in the audience. I like putting like faces to all of them. Yeah. And you get to have a nice like, where are you from? Oh, you're from here? Oh, you're from there? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going there. You come back. Like, I hope to see you. And you like see them again.
Okay.
And when you see them again, you're like, hey.
That is sick.
You don't always remember like names or faces, but like, they'll be like, hey, remember we met? And you're like, what's up? Like, I kind of enjoy meeting the random faces in the crowd.
Have you ever had somebody that was like, showed up too many times and made you nervous?
No.
Okay. I had that so I did a show at Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
And this guy goes, oh, that was kind of what you were talking about. Oh, that was funny. Let's grab a beer. So we go to Muse next door, grab a beer. We're drinking, we're hanging out, whatever. There's like a group of people at this point. So it's pretty like chill.
Chill vibes.
Yeah. We smoke a joint, whatever. He goes, all right, I'm taking off. Where are you going to be next? I go, I'm in New York for like the next 10 days. And he goes, are you doing shows out there? And I was like, yeah. He's like, what shows? And I was like, I don't know. Like he's not going to be in New York. So I'm like, it's on my Instagram, right? I get to New York a couple days later. I'm at the first show. And after the show, I get off. Somebody comes up to me, good job. It's the guy. And he goes, hey, remember me? And I was like, huh? I was like, oh my God, from outside Laugh Factory? He goes, yeah. And I was like, well, what are you doing here? He goes, I came to see you.
No, that's not okay.
And I said, okay. And then I was like, I got to head to another show. He was like, cool. I get to the next show. He's there. And I realized he has all my shows because I put them on my Instagram. Yeah. He follows me from show to show. Finally, after my shows were done, I took 3 trains to like throw him off and then went home.
Whoa.
Yeah. It was like, but like at the end of the night, he was like, hey, where you going now? I was like, I made up another show. I was like, oh, I just got off on the show just so I didn't say I was going home.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it was fucking weird. It scared the shit out of me.
Oh my God.
I couldn't tell if he was like gay or if he was trying to kill me. Or if he was just like some guy that
a lot of the time
a super fan.
That could easily go hand in hand.
It's Jeffrey Dahmer.
Maybe he wanted to
the gay killer.
Screw and eat you.
Yeah. We talk about too much. Only straight white men are serial killers. Anybody could be a serial killer.
It's just true.
It could be a gay guy. It could be it
has been a gay guy.
It could be a Puerto Rican lady. It could be a North African man.
That one seemed like you had a problem with like a Puerto Rican lady in the past.
I've never had a problem. You don't want a problem with a Puerto Rican lady. That's a scary situation.
You had 2 examples you just put out.
Yeah, go read them back.
Gay guy and Puerto Rican lady.
You know, I was trying to be specific. I wasn't done. Then I was going to go Tunisian man. And then I was going to say Southern Japanese farmer could also be.
Well, Southern Japanese farmer, everyone's on board with.
Yeah.
But so this guy kind of followed you around. He was looking for a friend.
I think so, and it became a little too much.
Yeah, maybe he needed help.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Help with what? To find me?
Maybe he needed you. Maybe you were a missing puzzle piece of something.
See, that's scary. That sounds like serial killer.
Maybe.
Yeah, you don't want to be somebody's missing puzzle piece.
Maybe there's a hit.
Yeah.
For you.
Oh. Maybe he was protecting me.
He could have been that.
Yeah. Or I think he was probably just a crazy guy, but
maybe this guy was a wizard.
This is an angle I haven't thought of. Okay, he's a wizard.
I always think that. That's the first thing I like to go to. When I do a checklist of what people aren't, I always start with, are they or are they not a wizard?
I would say, if you're just asking me point blank, was this guy a wizard? No. Do I think he could have been manipulated by a wizard? Absolutely.
Maybe the wizard paid for the flight.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense.
This guy just wanted to figure you out.
He
thought you were so good at comedy, he was like, what the fuck do I need to do?
You ever wonder if sometimes someone's like a CIA agent and they're like watching you?
And you think that's what this was?
I don't know. I just get
Have you
paranoid.
committed a crime?
Not that I remember, but that doesn't mean no.
Have you been arrested?
As a kid, yeah, I was arrested.
Okay. As an adult?
As an adult, 19, yeah, adultish.
What did you do?
They pulled over my car.
Okay.
I was driving back from Chicago to Minneapolis.
Okay.
And they pulled over my car, and I finally had let my girlfriend drive at the time. She's
Okay.
like, let me drive. You've been driving. She pulls up, we pull over, she switches. All of a sudden, she starts going 90. I was like, this is crazy. Immediately get pulled over. We've been smoking blunts in the car all day.
Good.
Cops come. This is Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And we don't have any more weed. So I'm like, we're good. They come to the door. They ask for our licenses. She can't find hers. They claim it smells like weed. They separate us. They pull her in the back, and they're like, they scare her, and she confesses.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we're both going to jail.
Yeah.
But they never took me to jail.
For DUI?
Well, there was no DUI because they had no weed. They had nothing. And this was before you could like mouth swab.
Did they do like a DUI test?
They did nothing. They arrested me for possession, they said. And then they took me to the basement of the police station and beat me up.
Okay.
And then I was like, I don't have any money. They go, that's fine. We'll take you to an ATM. Then they drove me to an ATM, made me withdraw the max amount, and then
Cops
let me
did
go.
this.
Cops in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Fuckers.
Okay.
And they scared the shit out of me. They brought down a car battery with like those 2 clamps, and they were like, we're going to hook these up to your nipples. Which is a scary thing to happen. Where did they do that? There was a threat.
Where did you get arrested? Tunisia?
Eau
What?
Claire, Wisconsin.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Wild,
This
right?
is- You were electronically threatened
I was electronically violated.
via nipple.
Via nipple. Isn't that crazy?
Now, they say that maybe that is not a great example of white privilege.
No, it probably wouldn't be. But if I am being honest, all the cops were white.
It seems like a way they would treat a southern Japanese farmer.
My thoughts exactly. I even said that to them. I said, I'm not a southern Japanese farmer, guys. I
And they
don't
said-
hail from Okinawa.
And they go,
Okinawa.
bullshit, we know what you are.
That's what.
That's crazy to me, Brad. Well, you grew up in like the 30s.
Yes. So yeah, and I
This is pre-body cam.
by the way, I took $4 out of the ATM when they had asked me.
So you
That was
were
the max
this
at the
was
time.
you were so old. This was so long ago that
Yep.
ATMs were spitting out ones.
No, quarters change.
Wow.
I got 16 quarters.
You paid off a cop in quarters.
Yeah.
This sounds like a Victorian story, like from the Victorian era.
I'm thinking about turning it into a 3-part movie series.
I love it.
Yeah.
You got it.
And at the end, no resolution,
At
nothing
the
happens.
end, the cop was that guy that followed you to New York, and they were
Whoa.
and they were trying to figure out if you smoke weed.
Wow.
And as soon as he did, he was like, "I got you," and you go, "Yeah, but it's legal now." And he goes, "But now I can rest."
He could be a private eye.
Yeah, it's funny. They test you for the same for like a DUI for alcohol than they do for weed.
Yeah, it was pretty clear I wasn't high, I think, at the time. I think they just were being dicks.
But you were high.
Yeah, but they didn't know that, and there was no weed in the car.
Yeah, but they test drivers. Like if they think you're high, they will give you the same field sobriety test if you're high than if you're drunk.
Yeah, but it doesn't end with a breathalyzer. It's a mouth swab. I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but the tests are the same, like the field test, which is
Yeah.
crazy. They shouldn't be the same.
One, they shouldn't be. Two, I've always thought the test didn't matter because no matter how you do on the test,
They
I feel
make
like
you do
everybody
breathalyzer.
blows anyway. So it's like, can we skip to the blowing?
Well, like they're making you do this for both alcohol and weed. Like this works for alcohol, but for weed, they should just be like, everyone's talking about you, right?
yeah. Oh, that's good.
And then if you start being like, what the fuck? Then
Or-
it's like,
yeah.
it's like, oh, he's high.
Or start talking about like supermassive black holes and see how interested the guy gets.
Yeah. Or
Oh, that's crazy.
a good way to find out if a driver's high, the cop goes up to him and he goes, dude, you all right? And the driver's like, I don't know, dude. It's like, you're under arrest.
The cop pulls up to your window and he goes,
You get tased in the throat immediately.
You roll down the window, the cop just goes, I'm sorry, officer, did I do something wrong? And just looks at you.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, whoa.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be crazy. So you thought this guy might be a wizard.
Or the cop hands you license and registration.
Wow.
And then you go, why did you do that?
You do that. You put your chin really far into your neck.
Why did you? and they arrest you. But if you go, what are you doing? Then they go, you're free to go.
Yeah, you're clearly not high.
You're clearly not high, and then you drive right into a child.
If you were a wizard, what would your name be?
Wiki.
Oh, I like Wiki. Wiki's good. Okay. Where would you be from?
Probably right in between a little area between Alaska and Russia.
The Bering Strait.
Yeah.
You're Wiki from the Bering Strait, and what would your power be?
Going to Tunisia from there.
Oh, via ice bridge?
By ice bridge.
Sick. So
I just walk, and as I walk in ice bridge forms, but only to Alaska and Africa.
That's a pretty sick talent.
And then my goal is one day to convince an older white man to go, there's ice bridges in Africa.
Yeah.
And then
he'll go on a podcast and explain it.
And then some little African guy is gonna go, what the fuck are you talking about right now? No.
All right, well, I think that's all the time we have today. Hey, Josh, you know what? We're going to roll out the red carpet for you. Why don't you tell everybody what you have going on, where you're going to be, and what you're doing?
Hey, guys, how are you? If you want, you can. I am a Chicago-based stand-up comedian. I perform all over the city, just like 10-minute sets, 15-minute sets. So if you're ever like, hey, I want to go do a showcase. I want to go to a comedy showcase, and I'm really in the mood for a Jewish-looking Arab lesbian, then you come to my show. And my name is Josh Ocean Thomas on all social media, but mostly Instagram, where I'll occasionally post a video of me performing, along with where you could come see a show and buy a ticket. I run a couple shows in the city, and it would be great to have you there. And when you get there, you go, you know, there's fucking ice bridges in Russia? I'll get you a free ticket.
Wow. And you mentioned you are a Jewish...
looking Arab.
Looking Arab lesbian. Are you good with power tools?
No.
Then you can't be a lesbian. Do you drive a Subaru?
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I don't think that. I think
the lesbian lifestyle is what I'm going for, though.
I like the idea of being handy, driving a Subaru, and just an insane amount of camaraderie amongst your sexual-oriented peers.
I also just want a carabiner.
You could do that now. People will think you're Mexican, though. But you know what? I can see that. Are you Mexican?
No, North African. We just talked about it.
Do you get Mexican a lot?
No.
Italian.
I got a burrito 2 days ago, so I get Mexican food sometimes.
No, I was asking if people think you're Mexican.
Oh, no.
No?
Unless while I'm getting a burrito, sometimes like, do you Spanish? I'll be like, hola, ¿cómo estás? And they're like, hola, ¿cómo estás, amigo? Yeah. And then they ask me what I want, and I go,
I wouldn't think you were Mexican. I think you would be like Spanish. Like Spanish. From Spain.
Oh, I can España.
Yeah, I don't. Why do they do that? Barcelona. They just put
I think it's a regional accent.
Really, it's not a lisp.
No, I think it's just how they speak.
All right,
I like it.
I don't know if you have one. If you don't, you could say no, and I have a secondary question.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite quote?
Yeah, actually, I actually do.
Okay.
I like that quote by Albert Einstein that he says that your imagination is the preview to life's coming attractions.
I've never heard that. Say it one more time.
Your imagination is the preview to life's coming attractions.
Damn. So it's kind of
whatever you do in your life, you got to imagine it first.
It's like a manifestation thing, but
but
less lame. It's more Albert Einstein.
It's more like anything you've seen ever was once just an imagination thing. And like that guitar, someone thought of this and then they made it.
Oh, I love that. So yeah, you're saying like it had to be conceived.
Whatever you can imagine
before it came out here.
It can be your future. Whatever you imagine.
Yeah, and we all know what I'm imagining.
You got to use your imagination wisely.
Fuck yeah! You know what? This has been Brad Kaufman's Chop Shop with our guest Josh Ocean Thomas.
Chop Shop
on the Good News Studio.
Good News Studio.
What's up, everybody? Have a good day. Check the links below. Follow Josh. Follow me. Follow this podcast. And comment who you want to see on the podcast next. I'll see you next week.
Good news.
Good news.
It's over.